Hello, good morning. Wow. I I haven't been in this group for such a long time. It's just lay dormant really, and I wanted to come in and say hello and see how everyone is, because wow, I mean, we're in a place of just the most weirdest stuff is going on in the world. And if you are like me and you believe that this is a war, a spiritual war, it there is more need right now than ever to literally protect your energy and your spirit. And I can say this hand on heart because I spent the last 2.5 years, I've come out the other end now, I'm about 6 months out, maybe a little bit longer, but 2.5 years in a spiritual war, literally fighting in a spiritual war. And when I first set up this group, I was a little bit naive, I would like to say, about what it meant to protect your energy. Because there is some wickedness in this world. Wickedness. And although I'm on a spiritual journey, I got engrossed in the spells and spell casting and contacting spirit, using the tarots and the oracles. And I think that that's what invited everything into me. And at the time, whilst I was using crystals for protection, casting spells for protection, and they did work for me. What I've come to discover, that protecting your energy actually is about protecting your spirit and your soul. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's about protecting your soul. And in order to do that, you've got to be so strong in yourself, in your abilities, in your beliefs about yourself. Because what spirit does is, as soon as it sees a chink in your armour, it is getting in. Believe me, it really is. And practices such as meditation, healing, trauma release, inner child healing, all of those things are so important for you to be able to stand in your own strength, so that spirit can't come and find your weaknesses and play with those, because that's exactly what it does. That spiritual war I was in was one of the hardest things I'd ever gone through in my life, ever. And I've come out the other side stronger, firmer, with a much bigger experience than I could ever have dreamt that I would have had if I hadn't have followed that energy. I remember when I moved from my house, I was settled, I had, my life was fantastic. And I was moon meditations, I was doing all sorts of spiritual stuff, and I followed this energy, and I went to this cottage. I went there. And I thought I was going and it was all going to be love and light. And I remember I wasn't there long, and I went over to one of the fields and I was just crying my eyes out. I was sobbing my eyes out. I was so distressed, and I kept saying, why have you brought me here? I lost my job. I didn't think I was going to get through paying my mortgage, and COVID hit. Every day was a battle spiritually. I was constantly trying and trying to find the light. Trying to find the light. And I was being attacked, psychic attacks, in my mind, psychic attacks in the day. While I was sleeping, I was astral travelling, I was fighting, there were swords, there was all sorts going on. Honestly, I cannot tell you how important it is to protect yourself. And if you think putting a tourmaline crystal is going to save you, it's not. It's just one layer. It's just one layer that you can put around you to help protect you. But what they do is they get in here. They get in here. They get inside of you. They get inside of you. That's what spirit does. It gets inside of you because it wants to take your soul. We are so blessed that we are spirit in this human body, in this human experience. We are so blessed that we are here living this life. And they want that. They want that. They want what we have. And we abuse what we have. Left, right and centre, we abuse it. So protecting yourself against energies is not just about your mantras. It's not just about your crystals. It's not just about your saging. It's about standing true in your soul and your spirit and not wavering when the shit hits the fan. Because believe me, I was rolling at the bottom. I was rolling at the bottom. And I had to dig so deep inside my soul. So deep inside my soul. Every single day. What felt like every single minute of the day. And as soon as I found that light and I would start to flourish again, the spirit would come back because I hadn't cleared a lot of my energetic stagnant energy within me, my trauma within me. I hadn't cleared a lot of the stuff, a lot of the programming. I hadn't cleared it. And I've had a massive clear out now. So protecting your energy is about being true inside of you to your soul. And it's only when you can get to that place and you are rolling on the ground that you will truly find that, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's how it feels for me right now. I feel like a phoenix that is rising from the ashes, or risen from the ashes, should I say. So listen, guys, if you have any questions, just come in and say hi, and it'll be good to reconnect with you and just see how you're getting on, and what experiences have you had over the past couple of years. How's it been for you? What have you been dealing with? How have you been dealing with it? Are you a phoenix? Are you rising? Have you risen? Or are you still rolling on the ground? It'd be good to know, because maybe I can help. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye.